What's going on? What's going on? It's BF and Kruma live and direct with you guys. And no, I haven't been on here in a while, but I am definitely going to be on here a lot more as 2020 is going to be a year of creativity for me. 2021, because 2020 was a very non-productive year for me. I wasn't in the right place, mentally to create. There was so much going on. But in 2021, I am going to be in creative mood. I'm so excited about it, and I hope you guys take this journey with me and welcome me back after I abandoned you guys for so long. But if you've been looking at any of my posts recently, I've been teaching from my book right here, 5 Steps to Beating the Trap. And I've been talking about some of the things that we need to change in our lives in order for us to ascend to whatever heights that we want to go to, in order for us to have what we want to have or become whatever it is that we want to become. And so the topic tonight is overcoming the fear of making the choices that are best for you. What I've noticed a lot in my life and a lot of other people's lives is most of us know what we need to do to get to another level. Most of us know the steps that we have to take, and most of us know some of the sacrifices that we have to make and the choices that we need to make in order to get wherever we're trying to get. But what I see a lot and what I've done myself is when I think about making the choices that are best for me, I start thinking about other people. So if I make this choice, I know it's going to be better for me, but if I do that, then how is that going to affect somebody else? How is that going to affect my friends and family? What are people going to think if I made this move that's solely beneficial for me? We sometimes feel like we are being selfish if we make the choices that are best for us. But I made the decision, if you saw my video earlier, I made the decision that this year I'm only doing things that are advantageous to me. Everything that I do has to add value either mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or financially, or I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with any interpersonal relationships that are not beneficial, that are not reciprocal, that are not returning the same energy that I'm returning. I'm tired of being the one that everybody can call on, and then I turn around and I can't call on nobody else. And then I look around and I've helped all of these different lives. Meanwhile, mine is in shambles. Now, I know I'm not the only one that has a heart like that. I know some of you have a heart like that where you always want to do what's best for everybody else. You want to help everybody else, and then you allow yourself to lack. You allow yourself to go without having certain things in your life because you did not make the choices that were best for you simply because you didn't want so-and-so to feel some kind of way about it. I just got finished watching This Is Us. I got on This Is Us late, right? So I've been binge watching it a little bit over the past few weeks. And one of the episodes, if you know anything about the show, is 3 children, 3 triplets, but one of them is adopted, but he's a triplet also. The little black boy that was adopted is brilliant. And his father knows he's brilliant, but yet his grades aren't reflecting it. So the father's having this conversation with his son, and he's like, son, I know you know this stuff, especially math. Why aren't you getting an A in math? And the little boy starts crying, and he's like, Dad, if I get straight A's and my brother and sister don't, they're going to feel some type of way. So he tones himself down in order for them to feel better about themselves. If I can't tell you the amount of times that I've had to tone myself down, my future down, or no, I didn't say have to, I chose to tone myself down. I chose to put my stuff on the back burner, all because of how it's going to make somebody else feel. So in this story, the father says, you know what? I got to put my son in a different school. I got to put him in a school where everybody's thriving. I have to put him in a school where everybody's doing well in math. I have to put him in a school where everybody wants to be the best and wants to get the best education that they can. I have to change his environment from around the people who were his peers and put him in a place where he could flourish. I had the biggest problem with removing myself from where I was. Thank God this year I was able to just put it all behind me. Well, not put it behind me, but I put the fear behind me. And I moved. I'm in South Carolina now. Left Philadelphia. I needed to be somewhere where I could grow. I needed to be somewhere where it wasn't a bunch of people that was grabbing on. I needed to be somewhere where I could just be creative and I could just do everything that I need for me. No more, all right, well, if I do this, then I need to do this for someone. No, all of that's dead. At least for this season in my life. Not saying I will never help anybody again, because all of my work is around helping people. Everything that I write is about helping people. So I'm not moving from helping people, but I'm transitioning in how I do it. I'm making sure I put business first, because if you've been following me for a long time, I don't even really promote my books as much as I should. Some folks don't even know I'm an author. They just think I'm somebody that's on social media that does videos. But no, before that, I was an author. I'm a public speaker. I've been speaking on stages for over 15 years. I got to get back to that. I got to get back to what is beneficial to me. If that's your story, if you felt like that, come on, somebody put a thumbs up in the comments. Put a thumbs up in the comments if you've been there for any and everybody else, but it seems like nobody was there for you. And then you were fearful about saying, you know what, I'm going to put myself first right now. You had all of these different excuses as to why you can't do what you need to do for you. You got all of these different excuses of why you just can't launch out there, or why you can't leave your city, or why you can't leave your job, or why you can't stay away from this person, or why you can't stay away from that place. Put a thumbs up if that's you. But what I want you to do is take this journey with me here. In 2021, we're saying no. Yeah, no. Can you? No. Will you? No. I need you to know if it's not beneficial, because folks will leech off you forever. And then the moment they can't leech off you, they're going to call you selfish. But you can't be afraid of that. See, my thing, I was afraid that if I really just focus on my business, right, what are all the people going to say about me? You know, for the past 15 years, I've been entrenched in the community. I've always had programs running, programs for young boys, for young girls, for men, for women, for relationships, community initiatives. I had all kinds of different stuff going on year after year after year after year. And I'm like, well, people are dependent on me. What are they going to say if I say I got to step back and focus on me? Are they going to say, oh, you're supposed to be this black power brother, you abandoned the people? Or are they going to say, see, look at you, you just like everybody else, you just want money? What are they going to say about me? But after the year I had last year, once I got the end of last year, I said, you know what, 2021, I'm not doing that. I'm not concerned. Whatever they say is what they say. However they feel is how they feel. I can't allow myself to no longer make the choices that are best for me because somebody's going to feel a way about me making a choice that's best for me. Think about that. How does that even sound when you really think about it? Yeah, I knew this was best for me, but so-and-so wasn't going to like it, so I didn't do it. But how many of us do that every day? How many of us are afraid to break free of people, places, and things? How many of us have this fear? Whatever your fear might be, it might not be exactly what my fear might have been, but what you have this fear. And because of that fear, you decide, I'm not going to make a choice that's best for me. We can't do that, y'all. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep shrinking because somebody else feels like we're getting too big. We can't keep toning ourselves down because somebody thinks we're too loud. You have to be you. You have to unapologetically be you. Yeah, help people. Yeah, be there for people. But don't let you helping people keep you from being the best version of yourself that you could be. If your friends aren't motivating you and they're stagnating you, you might got to change your relationship with them. You might got to change how you interact with them. You ain't got to cut them off, but you know what? I'm gonna hang out with you on some Friday nights to go out, but outside of that, I'm being around some people who are gonna inspire me. I'm gonna be around some people who are gonna motivate me. I'm gonna be around some people who are gonna encourage me. I'm going to be around some people who can give me some game, who can put me on resources, who can connect me, who can, when I feel like I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, they can show you how you're going to be able to do it. Overcoming the fear. Overcoming the fear of making choices that are better for you, are best for you. No more. Because this is the thing. Anybody who does not want you to make a choice that's best for you, it's not really your friend in the first place. So it's not even a reason for you to take their thoughts into consideration, because if they don't even have the decency as a friend to cheer you on and to want you to make choices that's best for you, they're not no friend at all. They're not even somebody that's worth sacrificing for, because they ain't gonna do no sacrificing for you. But not just people, places. A lot of times we feel an allegiance to stay where we were born. And I had a conversation with a sister, and she really brought something to my mind. And she was talking about how, during slavery, we got ripped apart from our families. So we've always been trying to make sure we stay close. A lot of times, if I talk to an older white person, and be like, yeah, my son is in California, my daughter's in Florida, my other son is in Maine. They've traveled, they've wandered, they've found opportunities, but most of us, we just stay right where we are. I can't leave my family. Residues of slavery. Oh no, I can't be torn away. You're not being torn away from your family. You're going to where the opportunities are. And when the opportunities are good and plentiful and you are benefiting from it, then you can help your family out. But we so caught up in, I don't want to leave my family. I can't move somewhere where I don't know nobody. Go find some new friends. Go find some new associates. Some folks who are going to point you in the right direction to help you find the opportunities that you need. Get over that fear of leaving your family. Now, that was a big thing for me because my family, we're really, really, really close. When it's warm, we're all together at least every other week. And I'm talking about all my aunts and uncles, all my first cousins, like everybody. It's like 40 people in one house every other week. So I'm accustomed to being around my family all the time, but I couldn't let that keep me from what I know God has for me, for what I know I have the potential to do, and what I have the potential to be, and what I have the potential to have. Do you know your potential? And if you do know your potential, is your potential being stagnated because you have a fear of making choices that are best for you? My message for you tonight, is to leave those fears and just do what's best for you and let the chips fall where they may. Because if you made the choice that's best for you, once you make it, the only thing that can happen is what's best for you. Somebody wanted to join in. Let's see. I don't think I've ever added anybody on my live before. Maybe she's not connected. Hey, how you doing?
Hi,
How are you?
I'm okay. This is my first time listening to you, and I'm very much so interested in what you're speaking about.
Oh, thank you. You just start following the page, or somebody invited
Just,
you?
just at this moment.
Okay, okay. Well, I
So whenever
appreciate that.
God has, I truly believe whenever God has a way to direct you into whatever direction that you are going to go into, this is the direction. I just picked it up.
Well, I'm glad I could be a part of God's plan. So has this spoke to you? Have you felt like you couldn't make choices that were best for you because of other people or other things?
What? Well, in my younger days, yes.
Okay.
Now it's just up to me. I feel it's very much so up to me, but I just feel like there are times where you just cannot, one person cannot beat a war.
One person cannot beat the who?
A whole war, like 1,000
okay,
people.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm fighting a battle by myself, even though I know that God is with me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like every day I put my feet on the ground, I know that it's going to be a war when I get up out of my bed.
Mm-hmm.
So before I brush my teeth, I already know I'm setting up for whenever if I have to go outside, I have to prepare myself for any type of bad vibes or any type of anything that's going to hit me.
Yes, and that's why it's imperative to have the right people in your corner. So sometimes you got to get away from certain folks in order for you to get the right people in your corner. So it's imperative for us to have the fighters. You need some soldiers. You need some generals. I don't know all the positions in the army. What lieutenants? I don't know. But you need all of them in your life because we are fighting wars every day. We, in particular, as Black people, we fighting wars on every different front, and that's why it's important for us to seek out people who are going to be good for us, not just people that are going to take, but people who are also going to give, people who are also going to support, people who are also going to encourage and motivate, people who are also going to fight the wars when your back is turned.
Most definitely.
We have to be intentional about building the right associates in our lives, because that's what's going to make or break us. Because if you're fighting by yourself, eventually you're going to be burned out. And trust me, I know from experience.
Yeah, well, I know for experience just as well. I'm 68 years of age, and I've been out there, and like I said, even though I know that it's a war out there, but I also know that they're also, just like you said, there are generals out there. There are, there is some type of support out there for me, because sometimes you can feel the energy.
Yeah.
You can feel bad energy just as well as you can feel good energy.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following, and thank you for joining me. I think you're the very first person that I've ever had on my live with me. I don't think anybody else has ever requested to be on live, so I definitely appreciate that, and I wish you all the best.
I thank you so much, and peace and blessings with you just as well.
All right. Yeah, my first guest. I've never done that. I don't believe I've ever had anybody join the live. So that's the first guest. But again, moral of the story: if the choice is what's best for you, make it, and make it this way. Make it unapologetically. This is what's best for me. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to explain it. I'm doing what's best for me. And if anybody says something to you, just ask them, do you not want what's best for me? Ask them that. Do you not want what's best for me? Yeah. Typically, they're going to be like, well, yeah, I do want what's best for you, and they'll be able to back down. But if somebody is crazy enough to say, ain't no but. But is a conjunction, which means whatever preceded it is null and void, and whatever comes after it makes the point. So if they say, I want what's best for you, but no. Ain't no but after that. It ain't no but after that. If they can't allow you or they don't want you to be your best, wash your hands. Wash your hands. And find, because there's some people out there that want to see you win. There's some people out there that want to see you your best. There's some people out there that want to see you have everything that you can imagine, everything that you can dream of. It's folks out there. Sure, I want all of y'all to have your best. Search out those folks. Be intentional about adding them people to your list of associates and or friends, and build whatever empire it is that you have the capability of building. Make sure you all, I'm gonna put the link in the caption. Make sure you all pick up my book, 5 Steps to Beating the Trap. In this book, we deal with all of that. We deal with all of the different things that keep you trapped. that keep you from becoming your best self and keep you from having everything that you're supposed to have, keep you from doing all the things that. But if you don't know what's trapping you, so a lot of us can't succeed because we don't know what the trap is. So you don't know what to fight. I see a lot of people talking about success, and they'll tell you, you know, you got to grind and you got to stay up late and don't get no sleep, and you got to work hard. And while those things are true, I don't hear people talking about psychologically understanding what has been keeping me back in the first place. Why have I not been living in my greatness in the first place? And in my book, 5 Steps to Beating the Trap, the very first chapter, that's all we deal with, is identifying what had you trapped. What was it that kept you living in mediocrity or kept you living beneath your potential? And then once you find the trap, then from there, I give you the steps to walk you out of that trap. And if you go through the steps like many people have, I've been teaching this for like 10 years. Many people have went through this, went through all the checklists, and went through everything that I suggested to do, and now they are living the life that they want to live. So make sure y'all pick it up. I'll put that in the caption, and I'll also put it in the comments, y'all. So remember, man, love black, buy black, think black. Love y'all.